Welcome to the None But Curious podcast. We're all about finding inspiration in life's uncertainties. Whether you're still figuring things out, questioning your beliefs, or just curious about the world, come hang out with us as we celebrate the beauty of not having all the answers. Each month, we delve into the realms of art, music, literature, and nature. Our goal is to reveal the hidden wonders within everyday life, showcasing the beauty and inspiration that surrounds us. Join us as we explore and uncover the sacredness in the ordinary, enriching our lives with a deeper appreciation for the world around us. This month, the focus is the pillow. So I was inspired to learn more about the pillow because I haven't been spending a lot of time on my own. Sleep deprivation is real. School's out. We have a potty training toddler, teenagers. It's just always chaotic. We're finding peace in the chaos, I think. Not to mention that anytime I do tarot cards during any of the moon phases, they have been saying to rest and meditate. And we all know how I feel about meditating. So have I rested? Not really. And it's not really out of rebellion, but because I really can't. So I figure I can appease the energies that keep telling me to rest by sharing information about the pillow. So here we go. Let's learn a little bit about the history. Ancient Egyptians were among the first to use pillows from 2055 to 1985 BCE. These cushions were not made of simple materials like we use today, but they were made of stone, wood, alabaster, or glass. And the design of these pillows was usually crescent-shaped to support the neck. Not only was this relaxing, it also served a practical purpose. Sleeping close to the ground on the hard surface helped keep insects from entering the nose, ears, and eyes. And let me tell you, I have a very irrational fear about bugs going into my ear and making a nest or a colony. So anytime I hear a bug buzzing, I completely freak out. And it's probably really amusing to watch when I'm hiking. In traditional Chinese culture, pillows were often made from hard materials like porcelain, wood, or jade, as it was believed that these materials could improve health and well-being. Some pillows were filled with medicinal herbs thought to cure ailments and provide therapeutic benefits during sleep. In Middle Eastern cultures, large, ornate cushions and pillows are integral to social gatherings and hospitality. These cushions are often elaborately embroidered and used in majalis, or seating areas, to create comfortable spaces for guests. The use of pillows in these settings reflects the cultural importance of hospitality and social interaction. Now, art has a profound way of transforming ordinary things into symbols of deep meaning. Across time and across different cultures, pillows have been painted in an artistic manner, frequently with symbolic significance. Albrecht Dürer's pillow studies from 1493 highlight his exceptional skill in capturing the texture and detail of everyday objects. By focusing on a simple everyday item like a pillow, Dürer could experiment with light, shadow, form, honing his ability to capture fine details and subtle nuances. These studies not only showcase his technical prowess, but also reflect his interest in observing and depicting the natural world with precision and accuracy. And he invites us to see the beauty in ordinary things. That's why we're all here, right? Vincent van Gogh's bedroom at Arles comes to mind, mostly because my youngest son and I are studying Van Gogh's works as part of his preschool curriculum this month. This painting also depicts how simple a bedroom can be and still feel inviting. In a letter to his brother, Vincent mentioned that the colors he used were suggestive of sleep, and that when looking at the painting, it was meant to rest the mind, or rather, the imagination. Frida Kahlo's The Dream expresses her feelings about mortality. In this painting, both Kahlo and the skeleton are lying on the bed on their sides with their heads on two pillows. Kahlo is sound asleep on the bottom bed, covered in a blanket with green plants, symbolizing life and rebirth. And in contrast, the skeleton is awake and watching on the top bed, wired with explosives that can go off and explode at any time. Contemporary Chinese surrealist artist Xiaogang has often been regarded as avant-garde. His work delves into significant moments in China's history, reflecting his personal experiences, including the trauma of being separated from his parents during the Cultural Revolution. Afternoon Number 2 depicts a prison-like bedroom scene with a young child lying nearby in a stark cot. The contrast between the child's bold red tones and the drab surroundings, along with the presence of three soft pillows, adds layers of complexity to the austere image. It hints at themes of comfort and vulnerability amidst harshness. In art, pillows and cushions are rich with symbolism, frequently reflecting our most personal and intimate experiences. There's an inherent personal connection to a pillow. Everyone has one, and we turn to it during our most sincere and vulnerable moments, whether we're alone or while engaging in pillow talk with a partner. Now, speaking of pillow talk, in the song Pillow Talk by Zayn Malik, pillow symbolizes intimacy and vulnerability. The lyrics explore the private conversations and revelations that occur between lovers, often in their bedroom. Inclusion in this context represents a safe space where real feelings and thoughts can be shared. John Bellion's song, Leave It on My Pillow, seems to revolve around the idea of letting go of negativity and stress. The lyrics suggest a theme of releasing burdens and tension by symbolically leaving them behind, as if placing them on one's pillow. The repetition of the lines in the chorus emphasizes the act of setting aside worries, perhaps after a long day or during a tough time. This message resonates with the concept of finding peace and moving forward without the weight of negativity, serving as a gentle reminder that sometimes giving ourselves a break from our problems, even if just for a night's rest, can be the best solution. So, there's another song that comes to mind when I think of pillows, even though it's about sleeping, and it's called Even When I'm Sleeping by Leonardo's Bride. I think it was popular in the 90s, late 90s. I love you even when I'm sleeping. That one. And it's really important to me because it reminds me of how dumb we can be in our younger years. I had been talking on, this is going to age me, ICP chat. I think it was ICP. Am I thinking of Insane Clown Posse? But it was the chat that you could use internationally. It wasn't AOL. It was their competitor. And I ended up talking with this guy from Australia for a while. And it was a really fun, emotional fling, I guess. I mean, we never met, but we talked for a long time. And so sometimes when I hear that song, I think of how silly it is then and how cool it is that I was able to connect with somebody across continents. All right, so let's get into pillows and literature. In Shakespeare's Othello, the pillow Othello uses to suffocate Desdemona carries powerful symbolic weight, representing betrayal, intimacy, and violence. A symbol of comfort and domestic peace transforms into a tool of murder, reflecting the twisted nature of Othello's jealousy driven actions. It's like the betrayal of trust and tenderness, turning something soft and comforting into a weapon of destruction. In Sylvia Plath's novel The Bell Jar, the bed symbolizes retreat and isolation for the protagonist, Esther Greenwood. It becomes her refuge during depressive episodes, reflecting her mental state and her desire to escape societal pressures. While the bed offers sanctuary, it also becomes a prison, mirroring the suffocating nature of Esther's mental illness, much like the bell jar itself. Esther's relationship with her bed highlights her internal struggle with life and death. It's where she contemplates suicide and grapples with existential questions. The bed is more than just furniture. It symbolizes Esther's inner turmoil and the constraints imposed by her mental illness. And The Pillow Book by Sei Shonagon is a classic piece of Japanese literature from the Heian period, written around the year 1000. Sei Shonagon, who was a lady-in-waiting to Empress Teishi, created this work as a collection of her personal reflections, observations, and musings. It's a fascinating mix of anecdotes, poems, lists, and descriptions that give us a unique glimpse into court life in Japan back then. The name Pillow Book comes from the idea that these writings were like casual notes Shonagon kept by her bedside, jotting down her thoughts and experiences as they came to her. What makes this book special are its keen observations, wit, and sharp, often humorous commentary on the people and events of the court. And there's also a movie about the Pillow Book that was made in the late 90s. Well, not about, it was inspired by the Pillow Book. I've never seen it, but I saw the trailers and it looks a little bit awesome for its time. So let me know if you've read, or not read the book, but if you've watched that movie. So there are pillows in nature. In nature, the pillow and cradle effect is a fascinating example of how the environment shapes itself. When a tree falls and its roots pull up a chunk of earth, it leaves behind a mound or pillow and a hole or a cradle. These features create different little habitats that can support a variety of plants and animals. The pillow tends to be dry and elevated, making it perfect for certain plant species, while the cradle collects water and organic matter, nurturing a different set of flora and fauna. Over time, these structures boost biodiversity by providing niches for various organisms and helping new plants grow. They also improve soil aeration and water distribution, showing just how interconnected everything in an ecosystem is. Pillow lava forms when molten lava erupts underwater and cools rapidly upon contact with water. So here's a step-by-step explanation of how this occurs. So lava erupts from volcanic activity at mid-ocean ridges, underwater volcanoes, or other submerged fissures. As the hot lava comes into contact with the cold seawater, it cools very quickly. The outer surface of the lava solidifies almost instantly, forming a hard crust. But despite the formation of this crust, the lava inside remains molten and continues to flow. And the internal pressure of the still flowing lava pushes against the newly formed crust, causing it to bulge outwards and create a pillow-like shape. As more lava is extruded, it breaks through the hardened crust and forms additional pillows on top of or beside the original ones, resulting in a stacked or clustered appearance. And this process repeats as long as the lava continues to erupt, creating multiple layers of pillow-shaped structures. And pillow lava formations are distinctive due to their rounded bulbous appearance and are often found at sites of active or past underwater volcanic activity. These formations provide valuable insights into submarine volcanic processes and the geological history of the Earth's crust. Bowerbirds, native to Australia and New Guinea, are famous for their extraordinary courtship behavior, particularly the male's creation of intricate structures called bowers. And they're not pillows, but they're pretty close. These bowers are elaborately built and decorated with natural items like flowers and feathers, as well as man-made objects such as glass and plastic. Each species of bowerbird has its own unique style and preferences for decoration, much like how pillows can reflect personal taste and cultural significance in human homes. The bower itself, similar to a comfortable, inviting pillow, represents a place of rest and attraction. Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Male bowerbirds perform elaborate displays, including complex songs and dance-like movements to draw in females who are highly selective and will visit multiple bowers before choosing a mate. This behavior highlights the importance of creating a welcoming space akin to the role pillows play in making a home inviting and comfortable. So what do pillows symbolize for you in your own life? Pillows might seem ordinary, but they hold deep meaning in many parts of our lives and cultures. In art, they symbolize comfort and intimacy, adding emotional depth to visuals. In music and literature, pillows symbolize vulnerability, dreams, solace, and the boundary between reality and the subconscious, adding depth to narratives. Culturally and spiritually, pillows are linked to health, well-being, and dream exploration, showing how different societies value these objects. And even in nature, pillow-like formations highlight our universal need for comfort and security. Ultimately, pillows are more than just for rest. They are woven into our human experience, reflecting our need for comfort, connection, and introspection. And speaking of connection, don't forget to subscribe to and review the None But Curious podcast so others like you can find this. And until next time, my friends, may you find magic in the mundane.